So I just wanted to give a little bit of background on this competition. So Brewbound Startup Brewery Challenge 7 gives 6 craft brewery entrepreneurs who have been on the market for 2 years or less the opportunity to showcase their business plans to a panel of expert judges and the Brewbound audience. They'll also be able to sample one core product offering and receive immediate feedback from the judging panel. The brewery owner with the best overall pitch and product will receive $5,000 to be used to fuel the growth of their emerging business. The winning brand will also receive an all-expenses-paid trip to Portland, Oregon, where key members will meet with and learn from Craft Brew Alliance executives, take an extensive tour of the company's production brewery, and participate in Widmer Brothers' daily taste panel and receive business coaching from the CBA team. So each brewery is going to have 4 minutes to present and receive 3 minutes of feedback from the judges. These are our judges, and let's meet them. We have Carmen Olson, who's the senior manager of emerging business for Craft Brew Alliance. Amy Gutierrez, the category manager of beer for Bevmo. Dan Lust, who's the co-founder of Pints LLC. Tom Bly, the innovation brewmaster for Craft Brew Alliance. Now, last but not least, Stephen Basu, the co-founder of Hopewell Brewing Company and the winner of Startup Brewery Challenge 6. So, let's get started. First up, Eddie Leone from M.I.A. Beer Company. Come on up. Round of applause.
Yay!
All right, Eddie. Thanks so much. You got 4 minutes. Your timer's right there.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eddie Leon, co-founder and CEO of M.I.A. Beer Company based in Doral, Florida. So M.I.A. This is not our slogan, but basically it's my guiding principle, Miami-inspired ales. What we try to do is connect with our audience using culture and things from the 80s and anything that sort of evokes the fun spirit of Miami. Basically, of people that live there and visitors as well. Okay, so our core brands are the ones up here. These each one is targeted to a different segment in our market. Megamix Pale Ale, which is the featured beer. That one is for an audience like this. On the other hand, Miami Weiss, Hefeweizen. It's more of a gateway beer. It's a German-style wheat beer, very simple to drink. Pilsner, the Domino Pilsner, that one's geared for the Hispanic market. And Tourist Trap Triple, typically we've noticed that a lot of the people that are usually into cocktails, they actually like this beer, maybe because it's 10% ABV. Okay, so M.I.A. was founded by 3 architects. So as you can maybe see from our branding, design is really an important part of our background. And so we use not only our design skills, but our process of coming up with a concept. And that's what we use for everything from the design of the tap room to the to the beers themselves. Okay, so real quick, this year we expanded next door, so now we're at 21,000 square feet. Last year we did 2,200 barrels. This year on target to hit or exceed 6,000. Part of that production is actually done at Brew Hub in Lakeland, where we take advantage of their really skilled team in getting our beers canned. Just got a new canning line, and we'll be doing some of our specialties pretty soon in-house. So we've produced roughly 146 different beers. It's been a challenge to name all of them, but we love the challenge. We have a lot of fun coming up with different names. And if you can see that small text there, some of them are a lot of fun, like Moo Over Miami, which is a milk stout. Florida is actually a barrel-aged margarita Berliner. And I guess hopefully you can see the cultural connection with those names. So this is an Instagram image that I stumbled across about a year ago, and it really impacted me because I don't know this person. It's just a random person that went to the beach and took this picture, and I realized, wow, this person really connected with the brand. They understood what it's all about. The scene, the shorts, everything is it's a good example of how we've been able to connect with the local market. Another way we connect is we do a lot of festivals. From Key West all the way to Jacksonville, we're constantly doing festivals. Part of the reason there is to also bring the specialties and get people's feedback on the different beers that we make. We do a lot of tap takeovers. Side note, we have 7 barrel fermenters, and we're constantly brewing. We have 54 taps, 42 of which are are brewed in-house, and they're all custom. It's not treatments. So we get a lot of volume out there, and I think the variety really does help us. I think that's a challenge in this market, is having variety, and it does help us in getting tap handles and keeping them. A lot of our customers, they love to do themed parties, you know, a Miami Vice night or whatnot. They've had a lot of fun with that. So real quick, Megamix, that's the featured beer. It's 25% of our production and growing. It used to be Miami Vice, now it's Megamix. Part of the reason for that is the hops, as you can see. Thank you very much.
Well done, Eddie. Good job. All right. So I'm sure the judges have some questions for you. Let's get started. Carmen, you wanted to try the beer with and listen to the presentation at the same time. So what do you think?
So I think that the beer styles themselves really match the personality that you've put together and the story with the brand. And what I like so much is that all of the things that you've told me, that you guys all were architects, I didn't know. And I think that story definitely comes through in the brand design and the logo design. And I've been to your facility, so in your space as well. But everything on the package, from the colors, like the bright colors, make me feel like I'm actually in a warm place. This beer specifically is a very bright and fruit-forward beer, so that makes a lot of sense to me. And I think that all of the things that you're doing, you know, with social media and festivals and takeovers are great. That's what every brewery is doing. But because you have such a good brand story and a real soul to the brand, that's what makes it seem more real. So, good job.
Tom, what do you think of the liquid?
I'm just going to echo what was already said, and I dig on the 80s aesthetic, but more importantly, I think the beer speaks to that really well. It has a really nice fruity character. It's super tropical. The use of Galaxy and Citra Mosaic lend to that. I think they're on point for style of hop use too, but it's really drinkable. It's really approachable, so I think it's a really nice balanced beer.
Amy, what's your take on M.I.A.?
I love the packaging. It's the very first thing I wrote down when you started talking about it. I already put it down there. Very bright. Love the colors. Didn't, look at the package. It's beautiful. I really like it a lot.
Great. Stephen, I'm going to put you on the spot. You're a early stage brewing company. You're going to be competing with these guys at some point. Who knows? But what do you think of the presentation and, you having done this before?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, it's a beautiful package. I think it's a very cohesive vision. I'm curious what your plan for growth is. I mean, are you planning to get outside of your current market, and how, you'll make, very regionally and also kind of time, like the 80s, how will that be relevant as you grow?
That's a very good question.
I think it is. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, and we're actually going to find out next week. We're launching in Ohio on the 5th. So, and that's a challenging market. Hopefully our brand will resonate with people from Ohio. I know a lot of them come down to Miami, and they've been asking a lot of, when are we going to get our beer up there? So we'll see. It's a good question about, is it limited? Is it dated? I don't know. So far, so good with the Florida market, which in and of itself, it's a huge market. We have lots of room to grow there. 6,000 barrels is really not that much. I think we can maybe in the future hit 20 or 30 possibly.
All right, Dan, you get the last word.
Yeah, no, I think that the beer actually tastes great. I kind of echo Amy's sentiments on the package. The package is, it's very bright, it's very colorful, it's eye-catching on the shelf. I guess my one question is what is your plan? You're going to Ohio. What resources are you going to put in that market to make that relevant and to make your brands, stand out in Ohio, being so far away from your home market?
Well, part of the thing with Ohio is Cavalier is our distributor in Florida. They sell us throughout the entire state, and Ohio is their home market. So we have such a good relationship with Cavalier. It's an easy transition for us to go into Ohio. From the start, we're going to have our sales team fly up there and sort of launch it. In the future, if we hit 20 or 30,000 CEs, then we'll justify having an employee up there as well.
All right, we're out of time, but great stuff, Eddie. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.